welcome to Hattie's Hierophant. I am your tarot reader and I hope you are doing well, my beloved. Welcome to your April general reading. If this is your first time here, I hope you consider subscribing so I can see you next month. And if you're returning, Capricorn, I appreciate you so much for supporting the channel. The center of your reading for April is that of the Two of Pentacles. I love this energy. She is so sassy. She's almost hypnotizing. And I feel like that's what she's doing with these two coins. Typically, twos are all about making choices and decisions. In this case, Capricorn, I feel like that April's going to be a month to where you are like, you have a spotlight on you. All of a sudden, you're smelling good, you're looking good, and you're giving a show. And if you're not, do so, because you're almost able to kind of like hypnotize folks because of this synergy and energy that you were creating around yourself. Now, I expanded on that and got that of the King of Diamonds. And the King of Diamonds, if you kind of look closely at this card, he almost looks like a Buddha, right? And this represents wholeness with spirituality. And not only that, it's also about yielding that of what spirit has to offer. But I feel like more so, Capricorn, I feel like that this is spirit yielding this for you, right? That's what it is. It's like spirit is giving you this energy and giving you these balls. And you see how they're tied up and they're secure, right? Those aren't going to slip out of that security that spirit has for you. This is amazing. Now, when I first started meditating on your energy, I got April, May, June, right? And I see a few threes in here. So I feel like that if you probably started feeling some of this energy towards the end of March, right? Because that's another three. The third month of the year. So I feel like there's some seeds that have been planted. You have already been starting feeling this synergetic energy that spirit is giving you. If you haven't, for sure, you're going to start feeling it this month. And I feel like it's going to last for several months. Now, when I expanded on your moon energy, and this is where spirit is working for us, this is where your emotions are. And I have that of the Eight of Swords. And I know you're like, hey, Crystal, what happened to this yielding of great energy? Listen, we're going to talk about this, right? I want to come back to it. I also have the Four of Pentacles because I want to tell the story. And we also have that energy of the sun. So right away, I'm getting some really strong Leo energy. And Leo energy is very childlike in the most fun kind of way. So spirit is bringing some fun to you, Capricorn. I feel like you've been lacking that for a long time because you've been having to deal with so many responsibilities. You've been having to deal with so much on your shoulders, right? And that's where this Eight of Swords has come from. And some of you have been dealing with this energy for 8 years. And I want to say over the past 8 months, you've been going through this transition of you're not so much under the scrutiny of Saturn. And I'm also picking up on energy of the past, of past feelings, past disappointments, past hurts. Some of you can even go back to when you were 8 years old and you can think about this time to where you did something and you felt ashamed and you felt embarrassed or disappointed, and you will relive that energy. Being a 35-year-old man, being a 40-year-old woman, being a 22-year-old young adult, right? You think that this was you've gotten over it and you didn't. And you can still relive it and feel that same pain, that same embarrassment, that same shame. When I expanded on this energy, I got that of the Eight of Clubs. And this is that of the Strength card and courage and moving past that, having the courage to move past it. And we're going to unpack some stuff here. I think it's really important. But the biggest message that spirit is going to help you with that, spirit is yielding this energy for you to move past this so you can let those ropes drop. You can remove that veil and you can knock down all of those swords that are blocking joy that can move past that hurt, pain, and shame. April for you, and I feel like this is going to be April. This is where you're going to feel like you're going towards more stability, whether it's financially or whether it's just your emotions, right? Everything is going to start lining up for you. As a matter of fact, I'm also hearing too, if for some reason You happen to be a bit more financially, blessed, right? Use that money to fix those things you normally wouldn't, right? That you can't show off. Use it to fix that part in the car, to get a tune up. Take care of those things that you don't want to wait until something happens, whether it be your health, your car, your plumbing, whatever the case. Take care of those things. I'm hearing that for some of you, go ahead and buy those books with that money that you have. Don't use to go get a new outfit or, to go out and try to treat yourself. This is a time to be in your true Capricorn form and be practical about how you spend that money. Now, as I'm telling you to be practical, right? We have this fun, loving sun energy that also represents that of Leo. And perhaps you Capricorns are dealing with a Leo type energy that brings you a ton of joy. If this Leo doesn't bring you any joy, they're definitely going to have the light shun on them. I feel like that's a message that needs to be heard for some of you Capricorns. But this is one of the most beautiful energies in the deck. Now, that red flag is giving me some sort of warning, right? So let's talk about it. So I expanded on this and I got that of the Fool from my Illumination deck. And this is all about freedom. And for it to be coupled with this, and this child on the horse has such freedom as she gallops right through her life with these sunflowers and prosperity, with the sun beaming on her. So the thing with freedom, right, it still comes with responsibility. So that's what that red flag is telling me, is although you're going to have this freedom because you're going to have this stability, you're going to have this courage to move past the past, right? Still be responsible, still have your wits about you through this new freedom that you are going to have. And because you have several major arcanas happening in your moon energy, I see this really lasting for the next several months. Now, if we continue in this energy, this is what we can expect in your sun energy. This is your ego. This is how you show up in the world. This is how we see you. And I have that of the Nine of Pentacles, and I love this energy for you. This is very Capricorn-like energy. I have that of the Three of Wands, moving towards your destiny, your purpose. And then I have the Three of Swords. So remember how I was telling you, I keep seeing these threes. So I do feel like this is going to happen over the next several months. Not only that, but I feel like that if you have some sort of family unit, work unit, or a friendship to where there's three of you, there is going to be some revelations there. And I feel like Libra had something very similar. So let's talk about this Nine of Pentacles. This particular side of the deck, I pick up on your subconscious. I think I pick up on what you're thinking about quite often. This is what you're manifesting. So you're manifesting prosperity. You're manifesting a 9 toward your finances, toward your living arrangements, and toward your health. You're really looking in that direction of what is going to make you the happiest Capricorn. You see how she's surrounded by everything fruitful, and it's her garden. What are you putting in your garden? I love that energy for you. Now, I also have that of the Three of Wands. This Three of Wands is us moving past those, these hurts and disappointments. And now this is part of not only this new cycle, but this new journey. I like that better. It's this new journey. Some of you in the next several months are also going to be traveling, or you're going to be planning to travel. So I like that energy for you as well. Some of you are going to be flying. Some of you are by boat. But I do see you crossing the waters. So I see that as well. This is also a very passionate leadership sort of energy too. Some of you are going towards a new job or a new role of leadership. And I feel like some of you, it's not even that. Some of you are going to a whole new type of job. So say, for example, I don't know, you're a dental hygienist. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to go into cosmetology. So I feel like there is going to be this transition for you, this pivot that's going to happen in your career sector. Now, let's talk about this Three of Swords. This Three of Swords is about betrayal, and it's about, heartbreak and disappointment. I do feel like in that three category, how we were talking about, whether it's family, friends, a work situation, I do feel like you're going to find something out that someone were saying these things that weren't so great about you. But it's petty. It's little stuff. Like, it doesn't feel as as big as this looks. Now, when I expand on this, I get that with the Three of Swords, right? And that's how come I feel like it's not so big, because although these basically are the same thing, they have different weight. And because this was expanded on top of that Three of Swords, and this is a very heavy disappointment, a very heavy betrayal, this is not so much. This is so much of moving past it, getting over it, and forgiving and being able to forgive. So I feel like that because of that, these are going to be forgivable things. I feel like it's going to be misunderstandings. So it's not so much betrayal. It's almost like you took it wrong, or it was taken the wrong way, or it's so petty that it's not even worth putting any weight on, Capricorn. Okay, so I think that's really important. Yeah, really, Capricorn, what I'm getting is if this is a friend or a family member or a coworker, it had a little to do with a little jealousy, almost like they saw this pivot for you. They saw this change. They see something in you. They see this light, and he got a little jelly. So it's almost like they had to knock you off your pedestal. So they start saying and doing these little things. So take it more as a compliment than them trying to take you down. That's all I'm saying. Now, if we continue in this energy from your moon and your ego, this is what we can expect in your immediate present. And I have that of the Ace of Wands, right? This is all about a new passionate opportunity. And I'm feeling like that as Spirit is yielding these opportunities for you in this energy, in this synergy, right? And really, when I look at it, Capricorn, it is really, I see like, do you know around like the 4th of July, and you have like those sparklers, and you would do them in circles and figure eights, and it would make like these outlines from the sparkler? That's what I feel that Spirit is doing for you here. I feel like they're just yielding this energy, and you're going to have this remnants of glow, this remnants of blessing that you're also going to be able to nab onto. So as you're going through the month, again, March, April, May, Spirit. All right, so for several months, for sure, I am feeling like you're going to have all these opportunities that really are going to tickle your heart, things that you never thought you would be able to participate in, or to be a part of, or to even be asked to do. And I absolutely love it, because I feel like that you're in your absolute most joyous position. When I expand the last card in the deck, it's not an expansion, okay, not yet, but the last card of your reading, not of the deck, the last card of your reading is that of the moon, right? So you see that energy there in the water. This is the first time I've seen and really looked at that energy, because I'm used to seeing, the crabs come out on the, the typical Rider deck, Rider-Waite deck, right? But that looks like an actual person. And really, it's not a person, it's your past that we're trying to get over, and we're trying to move past. And you're almost out of that, what's the word? You're almost out of that. I see shackles. It's like you've been shackled to it. It's been following you. This shame, this hurt, this, why does this keep happening to me? It's been following you. But you see, that energy is almost gone, going where it needs to get to be. Gone and disintegrated and eliminated in that beautiful, beautiful energy of Source. And it has to happen in the moonlight, because that's where our shadow work begins. Now, when I doubled down on this, okay, when I expanded on this, what did I get? The Eight of Hearts, which also represents that of the moon, in the illumination deck. And you see these synchronies here. I think that's really important to know, where we have the 2, 3 of Swords, right? And now we have some synchronies here as well. Again, this is all about synchronies and synchronicity. So you're definitely gonna get some signs for the next several months, right? From Spirit, just letting you know you're on track, and that they are with you. And that during those times where you are feeling a little bit stressed and thinking that the past is gonna catch up with you and you're gonna relive that, Spirit is telling you like, nope, that's not what I have for you. I have something different for you. And it's going to be subtle. In this deck, this is all about subtlety, right? So you're going to see these subtle signs and these subtle changes that are going to have a huge impact over the next several months for you. And it's all going to start happening right here in April. I hope that resonated with you. If it didn't, I hope that it at least blesses you in some sort of way. And come back and see me next month. I absolutely adore you.